Behnaz stepped into the arcade. She looked at the shops, many of which were not yet open. She looked. Although her life was the same as نیهان had brought her. After a while she managed to tame her husband. Although he had married her forcibly because of his father, she managed to gain his trust with the way she treated her husband and those around her. Her husband had become dependent on her in a way. Both when he was in pain and because of the mental states he was experiencing from using industrial drugs. Behnaz had saved him several times in time so that he would not fall into the hands of the police. She would save the money her husband sometimes gave her in an account, so that on the day of his arrest or imprisonment, she could live with the bare minimum. According to Serena, she had to look for a boy named Milad. But how could it be? Hundreds of people were named Milad. She had neither seen him nor known him. He clutched the newspaper in his hand. He was unsure where to ask. His eyes fell on the coffee shop where a man and a woman were preparing drinks and coffee. She went forward and said, "Hello and good morning." They stopped working and answered. The woman said, "I can help you." "Yes. I'm looking for a man named Milad. I don't know his last name." But, she held the newspaper and نیهان's photo towards them and continued. "It seems like they were with this woman yesterday." They looked at the photo. The man said, "Yes, Milad Eacham. His shop is on the top floor. Number 105. Are you looking for this girl?" "Yes. I'm related to them." The woman looked at him and said, "Yesterday, a man was talking to her here too, saying she was his cousin. But this girl wasn't very willing to talk. It has nothing to do with us. But I hope there won't be any trouble." "I hope so too. Thank you for helping." They nodded and went about their business as Behnaz went towards the stairs. Finally, she found the shop. It was closed. She looked at her watch. It showed 9 a.m. She wondered whether to stay or go. If Serena saw her, evil would break out. The important thing was that she had found the shop of the boy her sister had fallen in love with and had turned Serena into a stone. She went towards the stairs when the sound of a lock opening behind her stopped her at the landing. She turned her head. A young and handsome boy was opening the same shop. This must be Milad. The boy's gaze remained fixed on her for a moment. But he immediately took her gaze and went inside the shop. She was turning on the lights when she felt someone's presence. It was the same woman. She was about to say something when the woman put the newspaper on the glass table and said, pointing to the photo, "This girl broke up with her cousin and father because of you, Mr. Milad. Is that true?" Milad looked at him and said, "I hope it's true. What does it have to do with you?" "I'm my older sister, Behnaz Irfani." Milad indifferently started preparing the shop. Behnaz said in a protesting tone, "Do you always treat people and your customers like this? First of all, you are not customers. Second, نیهان doesn't want to see either of you. You are dead to her. She is from her cousin who wants to take her by force, and this is from you, who claim to be her sister. You made that girl run away and want to drown herself in the sea. She hates you and her life so much that after saving her, she went to the sea to die. Now, if you don't intend to buy, or do anything else, come on, don't waste my time." A silence fell between them. Behnaz went to the door. He was about to take a step outside when he hesitated and turned to Milad and said, "I want to help you get together. Of course. If your love is mutual and you really want each other." Milad was stunned for a moment. Suddenly he shook his head and laughed. Behnaz asked, "Did I say something funny? Or is it just that my sister has a crush on you? Do you really want to help her?" "Cousin, no. It's better to convince your father to change his decision. Don't subject نیهان to your fate." Behnauz walked towards him nervously and stood in front of him and said, "Our fate. What do you know about our lives? How long have you known my sister to judge us? Who are you anyway?" "Me. I'm the one who, according to you, نیهان preferred him to her cousin. And I also know that نیهان talked about you and your husband and his parties. So don't act in a movie for me." Behnauz was stunned for a moment. نیهان had told this boy everything. Her gaze wandered for a chair. Milad noticed immediately and brought the chair for her to sit on. After she sat down, he made her sugar water and handed it to her. He muttered, "This is business from the beginning of the morning."